and shit like that. Then they look at me like I'm a bad guy for not understanding her situation. Yeah, everything they say about being hot is true, but nobody forced her to marry me. She lives in a 4-bedroom house with a pool that she can never afford on a teacher's salary. She drives a new BMW I bought her last Christmas, carries Louis Vuitton bags, and wears a Cartier watch worth more than a monthly paycheck. Every summer, we vacation in Europe or the Caribbean. She gets her hair done at expensive salons, goes to yoga retreats, and never has to worry about bills. But funny how nobody mentions these perks when they're feeling sorry for her. She was living like a queen on my salary while complaining about being lonely. And let me tell you something, staying faithful isn't exactly easy for us either. We travel all over the world, stop at different ports, and get access to pretty much any luxury we want. At every port, there are gorgeous women throwing themselves at guys in uniform. Most of them don't care if we're married. My buddies joke that I could have a girlfriend in every country if I wanted. But I always stayed loyal because that's what marriage means to me. Some of us still choose to stay loyal to our wives. But nobody gives us credit for that. They just assume all military guys cheat. Not for what actually happened during my leave. I didn't go back to our house. Couldn't stand the thought of being in the same bed where she probably had other guys. My brother found me an apartment across town in one of those new luxury buildings. First few days I stayed with him and his family. My sister-in-law was furious when she heard what Sharon did. They used to be close friends. Took my niece and nephew camping for a weekend, something I'd been promising them forever. The kids kept asking where Aunt Sharon was, and it broke my heart having to make up excuses. Then spent some time with my parents in our hometown. Met up with old friends who all said they never trusted Sharon anyway. I posted everything on social media, not to be petty but to show her I wasn't sitting around miserable without her. My short leave usually involves these high-profile military parties, real fancy events at 5-star hotels that Sharon always loved going to. Not everyone gets invited to these things. It's mostly senior officers and their wives, politicians, important people in town. These parties were a big deal for her social status. She loved showing off her expensive dresses and getting attention. I made sure to post plenty of pictures, including ones with female colleagues who are way more successful than her, doctors, lawyers, business owners. When people asked about Sharon, I just told them the truth. She wanted an open marriage to fuck around while I was deployed. Word spread fast in our circle, and suddenly all these military wives who used to kiss her ass started unfriending her. At first, when she saw my family pictures online, she just texted asking where I was staying and why I wasn't home. Then she changed to okay, I'll give you space. I'll wait for you. Like she was doing me a favor. But when she saw the party pictures, she lost it. Started messaging about how I abandoned her and asking if we didn't agree to be normal when I was home. Then she started drunk texting at 2 a.m. about how much she missed our life together and how all these other guys meant nothing. I didn't respond to any of it. After months of silence, I finally replied, I never agreed to shit. You did what you wanted. Now I'm doing what I want. She said back some bullshit about waiting for me to come back when I'm done. Like I'm some kid acting out. She really thought she could just put our marriage on pause while she had her fun, then press play when she was done exploring. 4 months into my stay, she reached out wanting to discuss rules for our open marriage. Like we could sit down over coffee and make a schedule for when she gets to cheat. I shut that down quick. Do whatever you want. I'm not playing this game. My lawyer advised me to keep records of all these messages. They'd help with the divorce. Then she saw me living my best life and suddenly emailed saying let's go back to normal. I'm done with this. Like she could just flip a switch and fix everything. She wrote this long email about how she made a mistake, how none of these other guys made her feel the way I did, how she realized what she was losing. Said she'd do anything to save our marriage. I just sent back, that's it, and kept doing my thing. My mom, who hasn't spoken to Sharon since this happened, said it best. She didn't expect you to choose your dignity over her. Then Monday she showed up at my apartment unannounced. I have no fucking clue who told her where I was living. I only gave my address to close family and a few trusted friends. Someone must have snitched, but honestly, I don't even want to know who it was at this point. I was getting ready to head out for a workout when I heard the knock. She looked completely different from when I left. Lost weight, dyed her hair blonde, wearing this tight dress she would have never worn before. She looked nervous standing there, asking why I wasn't staying at her house. I told her straight up that I had no intention of living with someone who didn't respect our marriage. She didn't like that answer at all. I thought we could figure this out, she said. Like we were dealing with some minor disagreement about what color to paint the kitchen. I just looked at her and said you made your choice. Now I'm making mine. That's when she started crying, telling me how everyone in that social circle was giving her the cold shoulder. None of my friends' wives would talk to her anymore. These were women who used to be her closest friends. They go shopping together, have birthdays, plan dinner parties. Now they wanted nothing to do with her. All those fancy parties she loved. Nobody was inviting her anymore. Turns out being known as the wife who opened her marriage while her husband was deployed isn't great for your social status. What do you want then? She asked through her tears. I just said you'll find out soon enough. She got this panic look and asked if you met someone, right? You love her, don't you? Are you fucking her? I couldn't help but laugh. She was the one who wanted to see other people, but now she was jealous at the thought of me with someone else. She kept begging for answers, but I'd had enough. I just yelled, get out. She left saying I regret betraying her trust. The fucking irony of that statement. My lawyer already had the divorce papers ready. I was planning to have her served once I was back at sea so she couldn't come prying to my apartment again. She wanted to open things up. Fine. I was about to open up divorce proceedings. The day I left the shore, my attorney got her served. She called me in a panic, screaming about how I betrayed her and must have broken, why she was the victim in all this. Then she called my lawyer saying she would fight the divorce till the end. She wouldn't let me go. Why she had any fucking choice in the matter. She tried playing the victim card with my parents too. Called them crying about how I blindsided her, how she never saw this coming. That backfired real quick. They already knew everything and told her exactly what they thought of her behavior. They blocked her number right after. Then her mom called me. Turns out Sharon had been telling everyone and we both agreed to open a marriage. She convinced her whole family that this was a mutual decision we made. Her mom said they thought it was weird but figured it was our personal choice. I shut that shit down real quick. No fucking way. I already told your other daughter the truth months ago. I was never on board with this filthy idea at first. Her mom started going on about how Sharon's mental health was suffering because everyone had cut her off. All these fancy parties she used to love going to. Nobody invites her anymore. The other officers' wives won't speak to her. Her mom actually expected me to feel bad about this. I was like, why would my friends keep inviting her when she's not even my wife anymore? Is there any chance she could work things out? Her mom asked. I laughed and said not at all. I can't be the husband of a woman who has kept her legs open for tourists for the last 1 year. Who knows what kind of beard is gone in there? Hers maybe, but I wanted them to know exactly what I thought of their precious daughter's behavior. Her mom said Sharon wasn't ready for divorce. I told her straight up, the longer she fights this, the worse it'll be for her. I'm moving forward with my life whether she likes it or not, so she better cooperate for her own sake. Now my phone's blowing up with texts and voicemails from Sharon. She's begging, pleading, promising to change, saying she'll do anything to fix this. I haven't blocked her yet. Maybe that's petty, but I want her to see exactly what she threw away. I'll block her eventually, but for now, I'm letting her suffer just like I did when she dropped her open marriage bullshit on me. Has update 2, here's the new update. I'm having my short break again. Divorce proceedings are going on and Sharon has been pushing back hard against it, not because she wants to fix things, but because her perfect little plan is falling apart. The thing is, she's completely broke down. That shiny new world of freedom she wanted so badly, turns out it wasn't as glamorous as she thought. All those guys she was going out with, they just want a fun time with a married woman. None of them stuck around once the money ran dry. She actually broke down crying in front of the magistrate, admitted opening the marriage was a mistake. Now she wants everything to go back to how it was, why she can just press rewind on the past year. After I cut off her access to our joint account, she burned through her savings trying to maintain her lifestyle. Within a year, she burned through everything. Her teacher's salary barely covers rent now, let alone the designer clothes she got used to. That's the thing about living large. Once you get used to it, there's no going back. When she first opened up the marriage and I pulled my money, she thought it was just temporary. She figured she could coast on her savings until I came to my senses and started funding her lifestyle again. That was her brilliant plan. Play faithful wife during my breaks, then go wild when I'm deployed. Well, that plan blew up in her face. She begged for another chance at every court hearing. Let's start fresh, she keeps saying. Easy for her to say. She's not the one who had to deal with the humiliation and trauma. You know what really gets me? She deliberately dropped this open marriage thing right when my deployment started, giving herself 6 whole months to do whatever she wanted before I got back. Those first months at sea were fucking awful. You're stuck out there with nothing bursting around you, no distractions, just staring at the water and thinking about what's happening back home. Sometimes the dark thoughts get real bad. I can't even describe how hard it was to keep my shit together. Anyway, divorce is almost done. Just one more court date. I said division is settled, and it's fair even though she's not happy about it. I'm so in the house, can't stand the thought of keeping a place where she destroyed our marriage. She can't buy me out anyway since she can't afford half the price. Fine by me, I don't want to hold on to anything for my life. I actually love my new life. I'm doing better than ever. Met new people, got a solid routine going, feel free to live how I want. I'm not bitter about what happened, honestly grateful that I didn't let her choices mess up my future. Not looking to date right now, but I'm open to whatever comes along. I blocked Sharon on all my social media, but she keeps making new accounts to stop me. I spot them easily, but I let her look, let her see exactly what she gave up. Her Instagram used to be nothing but fancy parties, exotic vacations, and beach pics. Now it's just sad quotes about regret and second chances. Guess that's what happens when you fuck up a good thing.